Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of The Real Honest Raider. I'm your host, Rick Grimes, and today we're going to talk about the Raiders and Saints. But first, a word from our sponsor from the game.
Oh, I love trash. Anything dirty or dingy or dusty. Anything ragged or rotten or rusty. Yes, I love trash. If you really want to see something trashy, look at this. I have here a sneaker that's tattered and worn. It's all full of holes and the laces are torn. A gift from my mother the day I was born. I love it because it's trash. Oh, I love trash.
Well, so let's go right into the stats, ladies and gentlemen. Derek Carr, 15 for 26, 101 yards, 0 tubs, and a nice interception. Jared Stidham comes in for relief at the end. Outperforms Derek Carr, 8-13, 72 yards, 0-0. Not much on the board, but it was in garbage time. Josh Jacobs did a pedestrian day of 10 carries, 43 yards, 0 tubs, 4.3 average. Derek Carr does the immaculate negative 1 yard run. Devontae Adams, negative 1 yard run. I don't know who Matthias Farley is, but by God, he ran backwards for 3. We really can't get our freaking run game going sometimes. Matt Collins playing more snaps than anybody on the Raiders team in the offense today. Not sure why we're paying Devontae Adams more money to play Matt Collins more. I'm not really sure. But we have 7 receptions, 64 yards, 8 targets. Foster Moreau coming up big with 6 on 9 targets for 31 yards. Keelan Cole 2 for 30 on 5 targets. And Devontae at the bottom with 1 on 3 on 5. Let's go, boys. We haven't really seen a whole lot of stats, but the guy who was compared to most, Derek Carr, Andy Dalton. What do we got? Here it is, 22 for 30, 229 yards, 2 tubs, no interceptions. Taysom Hill, 1 of 1, not really doing much, but is the gadget man, but comes in the pinch, sometimes do the Wildcat. Really good player, just an overall football player. 2 yards, no TDs, no interceptions. Alvin Kamara, running 18 carries, 62 yards in a tub with a 3.4 average. Really did pretty good, but Taysom Hill really opened it up with the can opener on 10 carries, 61 yards on a 6.1 carry. That boy can freaking play. I'm telling you, not a quarterback, but can play quarterback. The guy used to be like Slash, right, for Pittsburgh. And he used to punt, kick, Cordell Stewart. Remember that guy? Taysom Hill, football player. Alvin Kamara in the receiving game, 9 catches, 96 yards, 2 tubs, done 10 targets. Look at that. Chris Olave, 5, 52, and 7 targets. The Raiders outperformed all day. Let's take a look at the defense. We'll go down to defense. Divine Diablo, 9 tackles, 5 assists. Nobody sniffed the quarterback at all. Made Andy Dalton look like he's a Hall of Famer. Amazing. I have never seen such shit in my entire life, but it happened. Let's go to the other side of the field. Let's see if the Saints defense, what they do. I don't know who these people are, but by God, this guy got a sack, right? Here's this guy, Peyton Turner, two sacks. Who are these people? Cam Jordan, I know this guy, half the sack, right? Finally, some of these guys have no idea making a name against the Raiders while they're facing the ever so statue man in the pocket, Derek Carr. Can't win if this guy's in. Get him out, put Stidham in. Let's go, boys. Hut hut. Now we go into all the other bullshit, right? The 0, big goose egg, 24. Can't win a game with Derek Carr. Not going anywhere. Not going to get anything done. We're not going to the playoffs. It's best to go 3-14 and not go 7 and fucking whatever, 7 and 10, 8 and 9, 9 and 8. None of that shit matters. We want a top 3 pick. We need Bryce Young. We need someone who can get that ball downfield, who can extend a play, who can improvise, who can feel the pressure, who can have good peripheral vision, who can connect with the receivers we're paying millions and millions of dollars. We don't need this bullshit quarterback from fucking Fresno State whose cross-eyed hillbilly ways in this pocket has cost us 9 years, almost a decade. I can't take it, ladies and gentlemen. Rick Grimes is pissed. Today we're going over it, right? Today we're going over it. No stat lines for anything going on. What do we got for team stats here? Vegas, 183 yards total offense. New Orleans, 367. Smoking our boots. No problem there, right? Las Vegas on passing yards, trash. New Orleans, I would say pedestrian as well. Rushing yards, it's a fucking nightmare. That's because Taysom Hill is a stud, straight up stud. Anybody telling anybody about Taysom Hill just being some bum, you kiss my ass, both cheeks. All right? I gotta say, with everything said, I thought this game went exactly how it was supposed to go. Derek Carr can't even get the team on the other side of the field. What a change of events. The guy could only play between the 20s. He's missing receivers left and right. Can't get into the other side of the 50 and eventually just starts fading out, and they replace him with Stidham, right? Stidham comes in with the great relief of that 8 of 13, right? 72 yards, which is only a handful of yards short of fucking Derek Carr's most of the game performance. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host, Rick Grimes. The rest of the season is going to be going about the same way, right? Nobody should expect a winning season this year. And in fact, we should not be saying fire Josh McDaniels. We need to be saying get rid of Derek Carr. Put Stidham in if you want to win the draft, right? Because we're not trying to win this season. We're not even competitive this season. We can't get to the playoffs and win nothing. We're not going to the Super Bowl. So let's get into the draft. Let's get our guys so we can have hope next season and every season after that until we get to the point where we're like, all right, 4 or 5 seasons. This guy's no good. Move on from him. Don't pick up his 5th-year option. Let's get another guy in the draft until we find our Patrick Mahomes. We cannot afford to sit on a guy for a decade while we figure out while these slow people figure out that he's not good. It's what have you done for me now? If you ain't good, get the fuck out. I don't care what you are 10 years from now. I know what you are now. You're not good. If you're good 10 years from now, congratulations. I'm going to find somebody who's good now. If not, at least I'm going to bring hope. Hope is the number one thing, and Raider Nation has none of it. It's time to light the fire, ladies and gentlemen. Light that candle. Light that incentive to push for this guy to get the fuck out of here. Get that fucking excitement up for the draft, for the quarterbacks, for the players you want to get into the team to make better, because the team we have right now is a shell. It's a built team, right? Just needs somebody to get into that car, put their foot on that gas, and turn that key and start this son of a bitch. We need to drive this fucking thing all the way down to the end zone, not just the 20 and kick a field goal. We need touchdowns, people. Not this fucking crap right here. 9 for 5. 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 59.3 QBR, 16.21 or 21 yards. This is fucking terrible. This is terrible. He has only averaged 1.55 touchdowns a game over the last 2.5 years. How do you win with this? You can't. And anybody that thinks we're going to go anywhere, you're a fool. I'm your host, Rick Grimes. Everybody have a great day, except for Derek Carr fans. Grab those handlebars on those socks, boys. It's coming.